What's up? It's Kross. In this video I'm going to be teaching another beatbox sound, especially useful sound this time. I'm going to be teaching, well, a sound and then a routine that comes along with the sound. That is a very famous routine by Twoh. And so the sound I'm going to be teaching is the Twoh snare or Twoh kick drum or whatever you want to call it. You've probably heard it if you listen to beatboxing. It's the that kind of snare. Hits really hard on mic especially. That's what the sound blew up for, is because while acoustically it's not that loud, like just with cameras or without a microphone, it's not that loud, but on mic, on stage with speakers and everything, it's great. It's an incredibly useful sound, definitely something you want to know, and it's not hard to do either. It's not hard to learn, and learning it can be kind of summed up into 2 steps, but mostly just 1 step, and that's the pash bass. Before you learn the sound, you want to know how to do pash bass, which is just outward lip sub bass, like that kind of bass, and I'll teach you how to do that in this video also. So starting off, to do pash bass, it's a it's a diaphragm sound. You blow out air while doing it. It's of course especially hard on mic because it's a bass sound, and microphones and subwoofers, speaker systems, whatever, pick it up a lot better. It's really great sound for stage, and it's a good sound for air control. Like if you're building up too much air in your lungs, then you can use this to expel it really quickly because you breathe out a lot of air while you're doing the sound. Now how you do it is so if you start off with just kind of a pufferfish face, like kind of like that, just kind of puckering your lips together, not making like a kissy face or anything, just like blowing air out, and go ahead and stick your thumb or your finger, whatever, in between your lips. Kind of to make that gap so they don't necessarily touch when you're blowing out air or getting that kind of rumble. They don't really touch, but they still kind of rumble to make that sound. And you kind of got to pucker your face a little bit. It takes a little bit of playing around to get used to, but it's really not that hard. And perseverance is key. If you try hard enough at any sound, you'll probably learn it eventually. It's no different with this one. Just and okay, once you get that down, then you can move on to the Twoh kick drum or snare or whatever you want to call it, and that's basically just pash bass in a really quick burst with a K sound. It's primarily done with a K, like just a k, k, k. Now there's 3 different versions of it. The primary version is the K sound, or just with a B sound. Yeah, there's 3 different versions of it. So there's the K one, which is more of a snare. It's like, there's just with a B, just to create that kind of a pressure burst with your lips, like just using a B sound, like. And then there's the 3rd one, which is one that primarily Collapse uses, and it's really not that different from the other ones, but it's just a different way of doing it, and it's whatever you prefer. The more variety, the better. And it's with a D sound, or kind of a T sound, like t, 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 t. And I find the Collapse version, or using the D, is a little bit easier to spam the sound with, like do it repeatedly over and over again. So that could be very useful, and it uses a little less air when you do it, so it's another reason you could try that version of the sound. Now, once you got dogs, anyways. Once you got they're gonna ruin my video, but I'm already this deep in, so I'm not gonna record another. Now, once you got this sound down, really just practice is key to refine it up. It's not that hard of a sound to do. It's really good to add flavor to your beats, especially if you're performing on stage or online with mics, with good mics. It's really good to put into your beats just to make them sound better, just to make them hit harder. And now I'm gonna be teaching the 2H 3-2-1 routine. You know, you've probably heard it. That routine, he's really famous for it. When he came back into the beatbox scene on GBB 2017, he dropped that and everyone went crazy. I don't know how he didn't win that battle against Alexinho, but you know, whatever. It's a battle, it's always rigged. And so this routine is definitely a routine that as soon as I heard it, I wanted to learn it. And I know a lot of people really do, so that's why I'm including it in the video, because if I teach the 2H kick drum, I might as well teach this too. Now, how you do this is, it doesn't really require a lot of other sounds, like in specific, aside from the kick drum, like, and I guess it requires also the PF snare. I'm gonna assume you know that already because I'm not gonna take the extra time to teach that. Now, essentially, how you want to do this routine is, or just the drop of it, is this is how it goes. You start off with a B kick drum, and then you go for a sucker punch, and then close your lips, like breathe in and close your lips, kind of like a sip sound, but not really using your tongue. And then, let's see. Yeah, okay. And then after that, after you have those three in tandem, you open your mouth, open your lips to kind of make the. And this is all breathing in. After you do the snare, is breathing out, and then is breathing in. And then after that, you do the 2H kick, which is the K. So, right? And then you go back to the sucker punch and closing your lips. And then to finish it off, you do the PF hi-hat, I guess, or D sound, whatever you want to call it. And then you do another K kick drum, like, and then another PF snare right after that. And then you just repeat it from there. Obviously, you're probably not gonna just have this down instantly. It'll require a bit of practice to get it to flow smoothly and everything. But if you can get all the sounds down, it's really not that hard to do, and it's a pretty easy beat to, you know, fill into a routine, because it's a pretty typical beat, but it sounds really good nonetheless. And you don't have to add in the last part if you can't do if you can't do that, then you can just cut it off somewhere in the middle and go. You know, just cut off that first half and then cycle that and repeat it, and that works just as well. Sounds pretty similar. And yeah, that's about it for the video. I'm gonna try to upload beatbox tutorials more now, on sounds that are more meta, more famous, you know, so I can get views. And yeah, that's it. Tell me in the comments if you want to learn any other sound, and tell me if this helped you too, because, you know, if I can't actually teach anybody these sounds, I might as well not record the videos. See ya.